I'm Sanjeev Chaubey. Today we learn about shower enclosure business in interior as well as commercial spaces. We have designed this program in 2 chapters to make it easy for you to understand. So, I will take you through that what we are covering in chapter 1. So, chapter 1 we will talk about what is shower enclosure. Basically, we will understand what it is. Then we will go through the product understanding, that why shower enclosure is needed in a modern bathroom concept. Then we will go through the shower enclosure and its hardware and glass component. In chapter 2 we will talk about types of shower enclosure, each and every category in detail, and then of course the understanding the installation practices for this product. After this training program, you will be able to understand the shower enclosure product category, and understanding the product category you will be able to select the right product as per the customer's need. Then selection of right glass and hardware. So, because you will go through the program, you will come to know the glass quality and the hardware component. So, you will be able to select the right glass and the hardware components. So, let us start with chapter 1, which says about the shower enclosure and its components. So, first of all, let us understand that what is a shower enclosure. Whenever this word comes in mind, what is shower enclosure? So, I will show you few pictures will come in our mind, because maybe somewhere you have experienced, you have seen this kind of product. You can see here there is a bathroom, one WC, one wash basin is there, whereas the shower area is being enclosed by a glass partition. Same here, but the glass is of a different category. In third picture also you can see some bathtub is there, then on the window side the shower area is there, and again it is being partitioned by a glass partition, which is known as shower enclosure. So, primarily if I would like to sum up that what basically a shower enclosure is, so you can see shower enclosure is a watertight compartment. Watertight compartment means it is going to prevent the water to come out from one area to another area, and the benefit of putting it shower enclosure is it will maintain a separate, it will separate basically wet and dry area in your bathroom, and then of course making it easy to drain it out from your washroom area. We will talk about the why shower enclosure. Why shower enclosure means nowadays, because if you will see, people are having a concept of modern bathroom. When it comes to a modern bathroom, the space is the most expensive thing in a living space. So, the first benefit majorly which comes with a shower enclosure is the maximization of utilization of your space. Why I am saying like that? The maximization of space, once you are not putting a shower enclosure, the entire bathroom is becoming wet after taking shower. In case if you are going to put up a shower enclosure, it is going to straightway separate the dry and wet area in your bathroom. So, whenever there is a separation of area, that area can be utilized in a better way. Let us say if you are putting a commode, a wash basin and a shower area. If you are going to put a shower enclosure in shower area, so you will be able to use your wash basin and commode area freely. There will not be any water spillage on this WC and wash basin area. So, that area will be totally dry. So, your movability, moving in bathroom from one place to another corner will be very easy, and you will be able to utilize the rest of the space in your bathroom. So, that is why we say that if shower enclosure is there, it is going to help you in utilization of space. So, that is the most critical benefit of this product. Then secondly, safety. Though it separates the dry and wet area, so one in general benefit comes in safety. Many of times you might have experienced that kid, sometime we also in hurry in morning getting up and rushing to washroom. If washroom is wet, I mean if it has been used by some of our family member before us, what will happen? Complete floor will be wet. In that case, if you are rushing to washroom, there will be a chances of slip race. Most of the time you have heard somebody slipped in bathroom or some miss has happened to some users. So, to avoid that kind of mishappenings, if you are placing a shower enclosure, it will again restrict water to be in shower area. Rest your WC and wash basin area will be 100% dry. So, that is how it is going to be safe in terms of the uses of the space in your bathroom. The another aspect of this safety is, because the glass which is being used, it is a toughened glass. So, sometime because of any mishappening happening in your bathroom, it is not going to break in a larger piece, because it is a toughened glass. So, it will break down in a small pieces, which is not going to cause major injury. So, in that way also this product is considered as a safety product. I will definitely take you through in detail that how this toughened glass is better than the raw glass and why we are using toughened glass in this category. So, first benefit was utility, whereas we are saying utilization of space. The second is putting a shower enclosure, making it separate from dry and wet. It is going to give you more and more safety in bathrooms. And then third, the most essential part of our link space is aesthetical appeal of a bathroom or a complete house. So, whenever you are going to put a shower enclosure, of course, it is going to enhance the aesthetic appeal of your bathroom, because nowadays bathroom is considered as a recharge area, where you are going and spending more and more time while taking bath, while taking shower, while using wash basins also. So, in that way it is going to give an aesthetic appeal to your bathing space. So, these are three major benefits which is going to enhance the beauty of your bathroom. So, now let us understand when a shower enclosure comes in, how a customer will get benefit of it, and then what are the components of it. So, the major component of a shower enclosure is the glass, of course, because it is going to be fixed, and then the fixing part. When it comes to the fixing part, there are different type of set of hardware which is known as maybe hinges, maybe profiles, maybe connectors. Then in between those hinges, connectors, there are certain plastic part used to prevent water leakage from the sides, from floor, and in between the closer part where the door is being closed. So, these all components compose a shower cubicle product. So, we will go one by one. What is a glass? What are the qualities which we need to understand when we are going to select a glass? Then we will go through the hardware part, then we will go through the plastic component and other accessories used in this product category. So, when we talk about glass, in this category only toughened glass is being used. As I shared earlier, why toughened glass? Because it is toughened. First of all, it will resist a great impact of hammering, a great impact of resistant impact. Some weight is coming on, it will be able to withstand to that. If you are using raw glass, it may break down, and if it is breaking down, it will break in big pieces. Whereas, if you are using toughened glass, if it breaks, it will break in small crystals, which is not going to injure our body. So, that is why in this category, in this product vertical, the glass is prominently used as toughened glass. Of course, there are variety of glass which is being used and which can be used in this category, but majorly people consider toughened glass in this category. There is a choice of glass thickness also. A customer may select 4 mm, 6 mm, 8 mm and 10 mm as well. So, depending on the space, depending on the customer choice, depending on the load bearing capacity, it specifies that what kind of hardware we need to suggest. So, when it comes to hardware, hardware may be of a brass, may be of a SS, may be of zinc, depending in market and depending on the price concept. What we recommend is the personal, the technical recommendation for a hardware is it must be of brass, and that too of C360 grade. Why brass? Because it is less prone to corrosion. It will be giving a longer life, and because the glass is going to be hold on brass, so it must be of very good quality. I will take you into the detail also that what kind of hardware, what kind of brass we are using and why that. Then to fix that glass for shower enclosure, there are some supporting rods which will hold the glass from top and supporting bar also, which can be used of SS. SS again, but here we need to specify the grade, it must be of 304 grade, which is again considered as a best domestic grade of SS. Apart from this connectors and stabilizers rod, there are some magnetic seals, plastic seals, which are again used for water leakage prevention. For example, magnetic seal being used where the door is being closed, so that no water will come out of that door area. Then plastic seals on the side of the wall where the glass is being fixed, it should not come out from that area. Then water dispersal seals are there. So, once you are opening the door, it should not come out from the bottom. So, in this way, these are the major component of a shower enclosure product category. So, let us study one by one. That start with glass. So, you can see here this is annealed or generally we call raw glass, which is mostly being used in windows. You would have seen if window is getting break, it will break in big pieces, whereas the parallel is being shown that it is a toughened glass. So, you can see here if toughened glass is breaking, it is breaking into small crystal, and that crystal also has got dull edges. So, if it is coming to your body, the risk of injury will be very less. I will take you through the component of annealed glass. Why we can't use annealed glass? Because it is a basic form, it is being used for other processing, for toughening all, and then when it breaks in large pieces. So, that is the biggest disadvantage of a raw glass. That is why we do not recommend to use raw glass in a shower cubicle product. Then why toughened glass? Toughened glass because it has gone through a specific toughening process which is being done at almost 700 degrees Celsius, right, and the toughening glass is 5 times stronger than the raw glass. So, as I shared earlier that if any impact is coming to the glass, it is still there to withstand that much of load and that much of strength, and then significantly it is more resistant to breakage through any kind of impact which is happening knowingly or unknowingly. Then if it breaks, it will break into small crystal with dull edges like this, reducing the risk of injury. So, that is the biggest reason in this category the glass which is being used is always a toughened glass. Coming to the component of this glass, why toughening, at what temperature the toughening is happening at? 675 to 700 degrees Celsius. How the toughening is happening is, for that of course you can go through our processing and this toughening process line. There is a separate module for it, you can go through that also. In this I will explain you in brief. We put a glass in furnace where the temperature is maintained around 675 to 700 degrees Celsius. After toughening at that temperature, heating at that temperature, the glass will be passed through a quenching chamber. Quenching chamber means air will come to the glass with high level of pressure, and that will bring the temperature from 700 degrees Celsius to 60 degree. So, suddenly that heated glass will be cooled down. The moment this thing will happen to the glass, it will become toughened and it will develop a compressive strength at the corner and tensile stress at the core. So, that is how it is being toughened. The moment any impact is coming to the glass, that center part will breach to corners and that is how it will break in pieces. So, that is the basic fundamental of a toughening glass, that how it breaks in crystal, because the tensile strength trying to get out from the center to the core, core to the corner. So, it is getting in pieces, resulting in less risk of injury. Coming to the hardware part, hardware, as I said that most of the component is of brass and stabilizer rod and connectors may be of SS. So, you can see I will take you through what kind of hardware being used here: stabilizer rod, rollers, then towel rod to open the door, then glass connectors to connect the fixed glass, then wall clamp. While fixing a glass, you need to clamp it with the wall so that it will not vibrate, it will not shaky. Then hinges to fix up the door, it will say inside opening or outside opening, it depends on the customer selection. Then wall profile, sometimes a customer may use sliding or some different kind of model, which I will let you know. Then plastic part, as I discussed that there are some magnetic seals, some plastic wall seal, some floor seals. So, we will get into the detailing of the hardware components, then I will take you through the models where what kind of hardware will be used and what kind of plastic part will be used. So, first we have gone through the glass part, then we are getting into hardware. So, as I said, hardware, why brass is recommended? Because brass has got more tensile strength compared to the SS, that is number one. Number two, the brass is basically an alloy, whereas SS, of course, it is a raw metal and then formed in a SS form where it is prone to corrosion. Brass being an alloy, it is less prone to corrosion. So, that is why brass is recommended as a most compatible hardware component, hardware material in this category. Apart from this, brass threading mechanism, the threading part of the brass will be more strengthened compared to the SS one, because all the hinges are fixed on a screw. So, when threading is happening, it is more strengthier compared to SS. So, that is why people recommend brass to use in this category, and due to its anti-corrosion property, brass is the mostly used hardware component in this category. You can see the hinges, connectors, everything will be of brass. Then it is good to do some coating on this. So, generally in market people are doing some nickel and chrome plating, which will again prevent brass to get corrosion or get rust from water, because this component is always, I mean most of the time when you are using shower, water will come onto this hardware part. So, it must be coated. So, generally people are using nickel and chrome plating, whereas the minimum thickness of nickel is being 8 to 12 microns, and the average thickness of chrome finish is being used in 0.3 to 0.5 micron to just to give a glossy finish. So, that will match to glass, and it will match to CP fittings also provided in washroom. So, the matching interior, as we discussed that first, the third benefit of shower enclosure was the aesthetic appeal also. So, the hardware which is being used in this category will be again of the same finish as we are using in our CP fitting. So, that will match our interior decor. So, that is why we are recommending here that brass to be used as a most commonly hardware. Then coming to add-on features, once the glass is being done, hardware is being done, then there are some add-on features which can be added to glass to beautify the product and to enhance the physical properties of a product. So, first add-on feature comes as a anti-limescale coating, people call it hydrophobic coating, few people call it nano coating also. So, it is basically a coating which prevents water to get stick onto the surface. So, if water is not getting stick to the surface, I mean surface of the glass, what will happen is it will help you to clean the glass in an easy way, that is one thing. Secondly, the moment you are going to clean it, there will not be any scaling marks. So, that is why people call anti-limescale, there will not be any scaling marks. So, cleaning glass will be very easy, and it will give you long life compared to a normal glass. Then the second feature comes in is a sand frosting. I will take you through a pics of it. Sand frosting is a process where sand is being blasted on a glass, which will make this glossy surface opaque. So, you will not be able to see through it. So, many people are using in residential as well as in commercial spaces also, in terms of beautification of the glass or in terms of making it more separate, so that at a time two people can use the same washroom. Then the sand frosting is elevated to the next step, which is known as acid frosting. Acid frosting is nothing but it is simply post sand frosting, the same glass will be washed by some acid, it will make it more transparent. So, the people who are considering this sand frosting process for design aspect, they may use this acid wash. So, which will help them to make the design more glossy and more clear, right. Whereas, if you are using it for partition purpose, of course, people will go for the sand frosting thing. I will take you through the picture of it. You can see here anti-limescale coating, the first thing, whereas the first picture shows there is no coating, you can see more water, more condensation is happening on the glass, whereas the second right side you can see there is a coating on the glass. So, it shows that water is simply dripping out, water is not getting stick to the surface of the glass. So, if you are cleaning the first glass, you can see you will have to rub it with some cloth or something, and the water contains some scaling elements, some mineral elements. So, that deposition may cause some scratches on the glass, whereas on the other side water is not getting stick to the glass. So, cleaning will be very easy, and then there will not be any scaling, any marks on the glass. So, that is why when a customer is going for a longer period of time and selecting this glass in a modern bathroom, of course, he will be willing to have such kind of coating. So, here we can explain that how this is going to benefit to the client. Second add-on feature was frosting. So, here you can see the complete glass, in center you can see a line which is basically frosted area. So, frosted area you can see, you can't see through it. So, that is the benefit of it. If you need, you can make the complete glass frosted. So, the person who is taking shower won't be able to see through the other side, the person who is using WC won't be able to see through the other side. So, that is the one benefit, to create some partition, people are using it. And then the another partition is beautification. You can see the half of the glass is frosted, the other glass is clear. So, it is giving a different aesthetic appeal to the bathroom space. As we discussed, that shower enclosure is going to enhance our aesthetic appeal. So, this is how you can utilize this add-on features to beautification. So, in chapter 1 we understood that what is a shower enclosure. Just to sum up the key learnings in first chapter, the first thing we understood, the shower enclosure, it is a basic need. Why? Because it is going to separate dry and wet area, that is number 1. Second, it is going to give you more space because its dry area can be utilized, there will be safety in that, there will not be any unhygienic things, because once water is being not allowed to come out of that shower area, the entire area will remain dry and will be more hygienic. And then of course, as we discussed, as we saw in that there is some anti-lime scale thing can be done, some frosting can be done, which is going to enhance the aesthetic appeal of a bathroom. So, these are the major benefit that why people are looking for shower enclosure nowadays in mostly modern bathroom concept.